Hey, what's up, everybody? Let me get the camera set. Let's talk about a few things here. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Waiting on the sun to come up so I can go get some noodles, ramen noodles. But let's talk about a few things. First of all, I want to say, Chief Peep, thank you so much, man. You've helped me get to a point that I never thought I'd get to on YouTube, where I'm almost monetized in the sense where they're running ads on the videos. So shout out to you, man. I just want to say thank you. And so I seen something today, well, not today, but yesterday, that'd be what, Friday, that made me want to make a video, but obviously I had to go to work and things of that nature. But that thing is and I know I made the video saying, stop saying everything is breaking news, but when I seen it, it was titled breaking news, that Floyd Mayweather, anytime I see Floyd Mayweather name in something, Floyd Mayweather is like Michael Jordan, is a form of Michael Jordan to me. He is, I've made a video about him, he is the pinnacle of what boxing should be in regards to evasiveness, skill, will, discipline, technique, and amongst other, in some cases you have to formulate these things in yourself, but you could also be just naturally gifted and blessed with these things. One of the things that I talk about with Floyd Mayweather is the fact that he seems to understand something that a lot of people don't understand in the world of sports, which is whatever you put in your body, either small amounts or big amounts, anything you put in your body, right? When you're tired and you can't go on any longer, your body starts to pull from that reservoir of whatever you put in it. So for people out there that fast, that know about fasting, trying to cleanse your body of a lot of things that, let's say if you exercise or you do certain things for a living that you normally find yourself just drained, that's because if you're drinking and smoking, I'll just keep it at those two things. Your body's going to go to reservoirs that it needs to push through whatever it is that you're doing. So Floyd Mayweather seems to understand that by not putting these things in his body. Of course, there are rumors that he has done certain things that would be considered illegal, but I don't believe that. I believe that he takes pride in the fact that it's just like MJ. MJ has a body built for basketball. So if somebody's saying, here, man, take this so you can do anything you would naturally do, great. So you can just do it like on a godlike level. MJ, like, dude, no, I'm not going to bulk up because, first of all, it's basketball. It's not a sport where I'm trying to run over everybody, LeBron James. But I need to be limb and loose to be able to make these baskets and make these shots that you see Michael Jordan make. And so, that's really why anytime I see Floyd Mayweather naming something, I just, I get concerned, like, well, what is it? What could this be about? And, of course, the story is that Floyd Mayweather, and I may be misspeaking with the headline, but the point is that he's having people, a woman said that Floyd Mayweather slapped her, and it goes hand in hand with the P. Diddy situation. It goes hand in hand with a lot of things. And shout out to Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm getting ready to watch an interview of his. Not an interview, but a pre-recorded Instagram video or whatever. I'm getting ready to watch that. But, you know, he brought up the fact that as far as the lunar cycle or whatever, that this is why you see a lot of these things going on right now, as far as just just a overflow of drama in the news, particularly with black people. So that was very interesting that he brought that up. But it seems like, you know, I really do think that it has a lot to do with the programming, how people have been made to, I always say people are very stupid, and it's by design. Things that have been done in the past 20 years, let's say 1965 to about 1988, people would have just passed it off like, man, that's foolishness. You know, the men and women sports, the women and men's sports, the everybody gets a trophy decade, you know, just a lot of disgusting things. And I'm 31 years old. I was born in 93. So I have a little gasp of air to speak in regards to a more simple time. You know, I had about a decade or maybe 12 years. Y'all already know the deal. I gotta be alert to what any little noise is, but I think it's the frogs. So, but again, I have that short little leash to talk about a more simple time where, yeah, things were pretty weird, and I mean pretty weird, but never to the point where it is now, where, well, I take that back, because as long as we've had newspapers and television, there's always been a steering of humanity when it comes to certain stories like 9/11. So you get where I'm going. Even though that was in 2001, what I would consider a more simple time, you still had the people's minds being grouped in a way that before that event, if you would have pulled that off, and, you know, and they've been pulling these things off. But the point is that when you hear these stories about P. Diddy, and I wanted to just say this, is that all of these celebrities that have had these accusations, and I've never heard anybody say this, and I'm not trying to take credit for something that's, as far as the phrase I'm going to use is being important, but it's just a different way of looking at it. Is that we all know the saying, as above, so below, right? As above, so below. This is where you get a lot of, well, man, I try not to explain the basics, because we've had YouTube for way too long. And people should just know certain phrases now that I am not going to waste my time going into, because we should just know these things. So, as above, so below, right? But I think of it as below, so above. You know, because just think about it, you guys. A lot of us that have been to parties, I've been to parties when I was a teenager, young adult, haven't been to any parties in years, but there were parties that I would say I never wanted to end. Okay? In that state of mind, being that I was, you know, a kid relatively and didn't have any money or anything like that, if I'm in that frame of mind, right, And I go back to that time and I'm like, would you be okay with a lot of the things that you hear today going on at these high dollar parties? Would you think you would have done that at the age in which you went to what you consider your wild parties? Yeah, because you would start to feel a sense of like, all right, guys, you got, everybody in here making out and stuff like that, and dudes with dudes, girls with girls. I'm getting in the car and leave. You wouldn't be as you would question yourself several times as far as like, well, this ain't that bad. And shout out to also Black Balloon. Y'all go subscribe to his channel, Black Balloon, BLAKK Balloon, like it's all one word. But he played a video today where he talked about, he didn't talk about, but he played a video from a young lady recording a video saying that she used to be what they would consider a party favor. Black. She's black. And she gave detail. Somebody in the comments had posted saying, of course, but they like, yeah, dude, Michelle Obama and, Joe Biden and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, like, you name them. And I just think to myself, like, it doesn't surprise me. You come out with a story saying, okay, Floyd Mayweather slapped a woman and didn't pay her, as far as her tips at the club, didn't pay her, and all these different things, right? You guys have to understand, and I know, again, I hate doing this because it's like I'm talking to a brick wall, but it has to be understood that, yeah, these things go on in that world. Us as regular civilians have some of the craziest thoughts in which we want to do things, but we can't do it because we don't have time to go to jail. We don't have time to get a lawyer. We don't have time to let's say just do something crazy and then pay somebody to just make it go away. There's nothing like that the average person can do. So when you are at that level, I mean, not me personally, I'm a pretty sensitive person when it comes to right and wrong. So I just personally don't have time for it. To be slapping women and doing these things like that, I don't give off the energy where somebody would do something to make me want to do that. So, but when you are a Sean Puffy Combs, a Floyd Mayweather, or anybody else that you've heard stories about, these guys may have or have not. I mean, again, there are, of course, it ain't even an allegation because he went to jail for it. Well, Floyd Mayweather went to jail for domestic violence. And I have a mindset similar to Floyd. Also just a mindset as a man where if a woman gets out of line, listen to me now, if a woman gets out of line, what is out of line? Out of line can mean anything from you nose to nose with me talking crazy, you thinking you gonna destroy my property or damage it in any kind of way, you trying to use some type of outside interference or something like. Mainly it has to do with some type of physical interaction where, again, you nose to nose with me or something like that, where I feel like, man, if I don't put an end to this, she gonna take a swing at me. I've had it happen before. Those are situations where I will knock your fucking teeth out. I won't even hesitate, and I will swear to God and on everything I love that, hey man, I was afraid. I was scared for my fucking life. I didn't want to get hit in the eye, and because this has happened before, where I didn't want to take the route of even trying to apprehend this chick. I didn't want to do that because I'm so aware of so many things at one time. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to leave bruises on her arms because I'm gonna have to hold her down. I don't want to take the chance of roughing her up in any kind of way. Because in this society, it's going to be hard to explain it away. So I took the route of like, I hope my words are enough to kind of calm this situation. And I think as a dude, I've been probably hit by a female twice, where I just put my hand up like that, and the other one I put both hands up, and she's, just wailing on me. And I remember I took a shot to the eye, to my left eye, real hard. And I mean, that feeling of being blind for what, 5 seconds? Can't see shit out of that eye. I was like, oh hell, man, I lost my eye. You know, so those are altercations where either rich or poor, I will knock you the fuck out. Because that level of insanity, where you really beefed up and think you can challenge a man, you have lost your mind, and I'm gonna knock it back into you. So I'm a guy living in a tent. If I'm Floyd and I'm on a jet and all of this other stuff, I don't believe that these men just wake up and start slapping women upside the head. That was loud. I don't do that. I don't think men do that. Men don't just have urges to want to just start elbowing women in the mouth. If you do, you need to be, put in a nut house. So, yes, at that level, well, you say, well, what about molestation or taking advantage of a woman? Absolutely. You guys got to understand something. If you are an attractive man, some of the things, and it all goes back to, even at our little low peasant level, when we go into Walmart and you see certain women look at you with their husband or their boyfriend right beside them, if you've ever experienced anything like that, you go into the corner store to go get gas and you bump shoulders with a female, or anything like this, you go inside of a store to get something to eat, and the woman checking you out, like, as far as like, taking your order, and y'all kind of looking at, you know what I'm talking about. And again, if you had money, let's say you had $300 worth of $300 fragrant cologne on. You had diamonds that are just like, that she's never seen before on your body. You have on clothes that are just like, she can tell they're not in any store. She's not in any store within 100 miles of her. She sees the car you stepped out of. She sees, you ain't even using no regular old bank. You ain't got no Wells Fargo bank. You got a bank that she like, whoa, what kind of card is that? That damn thing look like it's a brick of gold. This is what I'm talking about, where all it would take is for you to open your mouth and say, you want to go on a date? I mean, I'm a dude, but if I'm a woman, it's like, what the hell do I have to lose? Look at this dude. And some of them are willing to take that chance in a relationship to say, man, what's the worst that can happen? If I go hang out with this guy that just looks like he'll take me to a whole other dimension. What's the worst that can happen? It happens. So there are women out there who are aware of that lifestyle, and they doll themselves up. They're willing to use their savings to go to Las Vegas, to go to all these different places in hopes of getting with a guy that of prominence. There are a lot of beautiful women out there. Drop dead gorgeous. I mean, I told Ruby the other day, man, it's so many women that I look at that I start to groan. Oh, light cut off. Well, let's keep it going then. You just won't be able to see me, but it'd be so many women out there, man, that I just groan sometime, like I mean, oh my goodness. So again, when you have all the bells and the whistles and you look like a nice decorated Christmas tree, a lot of women will take that chance with you. And let's just say you are a man with a bad temper. they're sometimes willing to put up with the bad temper just to stay associated with your lifestyle. Just to say that, man, I got a guy that he gives me more money than my job gave me in a whole year. You know what I'm saying? That stuff exists. So if the thing is that, are these guys like getting these women knocked off and killed if they do something, that's the question. Are y'all doing things behind the scenes, like, which, I could care less, because no one is gonna stop it. But as far as like, are y'all like got these women in like shipping containers or something, and y'all like sending them all over the place? And I mean, me personally, always, like I said, if I was to put myself in that shit, I wouldn't even take that chance. I ain't got time, bro. I ain't got time to be doing backdoor deals with the sheiks in the cartels. I don't have that time, man. If you don't get this over here by this time, we're gonna just kill your whole family. All right, look, man. I'll have 3 women on the line. You all 3 gonna sign contracts, and we'll just keep it moving. But I'm not finna be doing all this type of hanky panky and risk the opportunity for somebody to use my name in something. And next thing you know, I'm trying to be quote unquote taken down for something that, let's just be real about it, there's somebody probably doing this stuff on a greater scale than I am, but because I'm like a pawn, I'm gonna have to take the fall. No, I'm good, man. I am good. Good. But that's all I really wanted to say, man. I seen this about Floyd, was just like, people act like this stuff is gonna change the world. You're not gonna change a damn thing, dude. And I'm probably gonna say this all the time on my videos. Unless you can get stadium packed, filled individuals that have the same mindset to say, we're pulling our kids out of schools, we're stopping the whole vaccination deal, everybody in this stadium, or 3, 4, 5 stadiums, let's just say y'all stream it on Facebook Live. I tell you that, I always say they're gonna cut the live. If you find 3 stadiums is almost 150,000 people, 200,000 people. It's a small dent. But that will begin to make some type of statement of like, wait a minute, if you can kind of organize all these people, oh damn. And that's how you make you vote at the local level. Change your local level laws. Find out what it is in your community that's abusing the citizens, as far as things you want done in schools, you want done with your community, all these different things, and you vote there. Stop worrying about the big election. Vote on the small level. But that's what I mean, is that you would have to get that many people, about 250,000 people, to say, I'm taking them out of school. No more public school. We having home births now. We gonna grow on. We're gonna go that route right now. Everybody on the same accord, yay or nay, and they all 250, yay. Small dent, but that would begin to have some type. And you're not screaming and yelling. You doing it from a positive, nice, and calm, spiritual delivery. Explain to people what meditation is. It's to slow you down, stop a lot of these urges that a lot of Americans have problems with eating, a lot of ill entertainment, etc., etc. So we all as a whole need to meditate and fight off a lot of these bad spirits out here. Because that's you guys don't understand, man. When the world get cold, like let's just say, winter is going to, come back around. That's when a lot of demonic spirits, they flourish even higher because of the coldness. Y'all know stories like, you see movies like The Exorcist and all these different movies where demonic spirits dwell when it's cold. So this is when you start seeing a lot of just depression and all this other stuff. It kind of goes hand in hand with just cold and gloomy and really cloudy and no sunshine, where people get sick and a lot of breakups, and if Christmas ain't what you think it should be, it's a failure and all of that, sports and all of that, all these just mechanisms to pull your life force out of you. So that's gonna be about it, man. I don't really have nothing else I need to talk about. I guess I can mention the guy at work. We got, I guess, right, a new manager. Now, I've always made this clear to myself or whoever may ask that I'm not manager material. I'm too pro employee. I'm too pro humanity in a sense. I'm anti-corporate. I'm all of that because, again, I'm a spiritual person. So a lot of things to me, I wouldn't be able to sit in the meetings. I wouldn't be able to sit and stand and do all that in a group of guys that are just, you guys, oh my God, it's unbelievable the type of crap that I hear in the background of just how people carry on conversation. It's so disgustingly fake and fraud and just a bunch of filler. I was hoping Africa, because, again, Africa don't like me because I put her in her place. I'm a man, so I don't show any beta male tendencies. And so, but I was like, I hope she asks why I don't conversate with them, because I'm finna just be brutally honest and tell her, man, y'all ain't talking about shit. Y'all not talking about a motherfucking thing, man. Right, so oh my God, you didn't go to sleep? Like, really? Yeah, I was gone, I woke up at like 3 and was like, oh shit, I gotta go to work. Oh, really? Like, I really hate that shit. Like, I watched a horror movie last night, and I was like that part, and I'm sitting there like rolling my eyes to the point I thought they was gonna get stuck, y'all. I was like, this shit here is pathetic. Ugh. This is what it is, man, to be in these. And I'm always telling myself, like, bro, chill out, bro. Stop thinking these thoughts, but then there's like, okay, well, I can't get rid of the gross feeling. Like, this shit is gross, man. This shit is sick. Damn, dog. Like, I can get a 3-year-old to write a sentence on a piece of paper that has more detail than what these niggas talk. What has more damn substance? This is pathetic. That part. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I ain't even heard that in so damn long. Jesus, these kids make me so damn sick. And so, this guy, I think he's 22. And I keep track of these people because they always say, oh, you 31? Man, I thought you was like, I know what you thought. No, I'm not. I'm getting up there, dude. I'm grateful to be 5'7", 135 pounds every single day. And still climb trees and jump fences and do all a bunch of wild shit that I'm probably gonna be able to do for quite some time, being that my life is work. Even when I'm not working, I'm working, doing something. So when I found that out, I didn't know. I found out the day when I seen that clipboard in his hand with that. I was like, oh shit, he must be one. He must be training to be a manager. And I had no problem with it. I just was like, I didn't care. I was like, okay, whatever. And so he has this thing where, and see, this is what I mean when I tell y'all, people are just dumb and stupid and just have no sense of awareness when it comes to how you are projected. I made a video months ago. Are you an unlikable person? I know I'm unlikable, but it's for the right reasons. It's like the child that has the dad that don't let you do shit. Now you hate him, but he's like, bro, if I let you even get an inch, I know what this can turn into. So until you're about 28, 9, and 30, then you start to understand like, oh shit, he was trying to keep me from doing these things, and I didn't like him for that. So that's how I am with people. They think they can do whatever they want, say whatever they want, hell, in some cases think what they want around me, and that ain't gonna happen. You have the freedom to do that, but my body language and things of that nature, whether I'm even paying attention to you or not, you're gonna be bothered. You're gonna be bothered. It's like the person over there picking their nose thinking they're not being seen. Like, bro, someone's always watching. You nasty bastard. So, when I say that because, bro, people don't have an understanding of tenure. And just think to yourself, maybe, just maybe, this guy already knows what to do. Or this lady. I heard Tom say it today with Griselda. And it's the fact that you can't tell this lady shit. She just, anything you try to tell her, she just thinks she knows everything. I told y'all about her. She's the black chick from Nigeria, wherever the hell she from. Has just, I mean, my God. I'm talking like she has a spirit on her of something demonic. And that shit always made me laugh how these people swear they love God. They swear they love Jesus. And these people have the worst attitudes ever. Jesus Christ. So, but I heard Tom was like, bro, I know she's my elder, but she don't act like it. Like, she thinks she just know every damn thing. So it gets to a point where, like in her case, how you talking to her? Little nigga, Tom, a lot of times, and see, that, again, I always say, you gotta have a reference point. When Ed is working here, none of this shit goes down. For some weird reason, nobody's getting irritated when it's Ed running a joint, the top manager. But why all his underlings make the place just like, ugh. How odd is that? So that's always my defense, is like, Tom, bro, like, get the fuck out of my face, dog, with that shit. Like, whatever you telling me, if Ed ain't doing this shit, then you damn sure don't need to be doing it. When they say, so when he telling me, all right, Charles, I think his name is DeMonte or something, and he was like, it was like 8:45, I leave at 9. He was like, all right, Charles, after sitting outside all goddamn day, and I already know what type of manager he gonna be. He's a lazy motherfucker. He's a lazy sumbitch. And he, you know, him and Ed and Tom was outside, and I already know that was a clit tickling session. They're outside looking in, and I'm pretty sure DeMonte told him, like, yeah, man, Charles, I told y'all, people are just so programmed to be a messy bitch that they'll just say reckless shit. And I told you, I find out shit that I don't want to know all the time. I could stay in this damn tent in this cot for 365 days, and somehow, some way, I'm going to get information about either me or whatever that I'm like, well, I didn't really care to get that information. I told you when he said, man, I don't know why Ed talks so much shit. Okay, well, appreciate it. Because now I can jog my mind of like, what have I done to offend this dude? And so that's how I find out that people have problems, but they're afraid to speak up. So I already know he had told Tom that prior to him going outside, I was like, Tom, take your ass home. I didn't say it to his face, but I was like, God, and I'm not somebody who gonna wait till you leave. Not at all. See, I don't have a work mentality personality. I don't. Because, I mean, shit, if it was 1955, I could say that on the job, like, no, can you get your ass on somewhere? It's... And it was funny because he was already supposed to be off the clock and go home because he told Ed, I'm going to help you clear the screen. Ed looked at him and was like, bro, you don't have to do that. No, I'm going to do it. And I told y'all that this nigga was that type of dude. I'm sitting in there taking a nap in the office, and this nigga on the phone with his girl, and you can hear him was like, do you want to go on, like, have like a little salad date? And you can hear she's like, he goes, oh yeah, great. All right, I'm gonna grab something here from work. She was like, no, I said I don't. And he was like, wait, what's wrong? And she was just like, basically saying like she didn't want to be bothered. And he was just like, why not, beautiful? I'm just like, this shit making me sick. Oh, but it's exactly what I thought. You're that kind of boyfriend, thus you're that type of employee. You're annoying. God damn. So when he said that, I already know DeMonte told that nigga what I said. So what I promise you, and I'm gonna let y'all know, I'm end up hearing something one day. Tom gonna be like, hey, I know you think I probably like talk too much or something. Where'd you get that information from? Keep talking. So that's how that's probably gonna unfold. Yeah, DeMonte just all of a sudden come out of nowhere after being outside for damn near an hour. Come back and, all right, Charles, I know you finna go, so I need you to clean behind that wall right there. And see, again, poor self-awareness. You don't understand who you're talking to. You just now go back into your robotic mode of, okay, I'm the manager, got to grab the baby, I got to grab paper, pen, and now I got to look around. And see, it pissed me off because, hey, earlier we had another guy that's above everybody come in, right? And he, shit, talk about hygiene. When you 700 pounds, bro, and you're in charge of like cleanliness and all of that stuff, it's just like, how? But whatever. He comes in and he looks at our bread to make sandwiches, and he tells Tom like, hey man, that hoe say what was it, 10-2, and it's the 5th. And he was just like, throw that bread away. And it's shit like that I'm like, again, as if I'm Tom in that position, I'm rolling my eyes like, nigga, that's like, and no, don't come talking to me when you say something about some damn food cost. That's unnecessary, bro. Them hoes are wrapped up inside the plastic, inside the container with the top on it. Like, you tripping. But anyway, he tells Tom, yeah, man, throw those in the trash. Throw those in the trash. And I heard him say it. And I'm standing, like, right by it. And Tom is, too. They're, like, 2 feet behind me. And Tom puts on an apron and was like, all right, I got you. And I know he was talking to me. I know that dude. I know Tom expected me to do it. I tell y'all, when these big wigs come into place, I don't even make eye contact with them. Because it's like it's programmed in me to break their programming. Everybody come, hi everybody, hi, all that fake ass, man, look, I don't give a fuck who you is, bro. Unless I'm working at Walmart, some type of warehouse or something, where y'all coming to check safety and all this other shit, my nigga, don't do all that. Everywhere I've ever worked, I leave a bad taste. I remember when I worked at Taco Bell, had the little short faggot Mexican come in there and was like, yeah, what's his problem? I walked right past him and he didn't even say nothing. Like, he basically was saying, he was like, you got everybody in there talking and shit, like, what's his problem? Because I told you, I'm naturally a low energy person. But with my health being bad in the past, I was never a big, like, I don't know, it's just in me a lot of times to be like, I'll speak and everything like that. But most of the time, bro, it's in me to just be like, nah, man, I'm not that employee, dog. I do my job, I do it well. And I told y'all, that's always my review, is like, he worked good and stuff like that. But tell him he needs to smile. Boy, if you don't get the fuck up out of here with that. And that's what they'll say. Like, you know, as they're like closing comments of leaving the restaurant, like, you know, just tell him he needs to smile a little bit more, man. You know, man, you better go. Get your little backpack and go. Now you trying to tell me how to be me, bro. And that ain't happening. I'm going to make a part 2 real quick, y'all. I'm on 40 minutes.